I want to thank all you guys.
Cheers.
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 Apple juice.
Looked over the analytics, and you guys are really coming through. Hard on that second video, and then giving love back on that first one. So we thank you. Unfortunately, we do not have Cody with us. He is at a wedding
And drunk.
Most likely will not be showing up. It's 11 o'clock. He could roll up, and that'd be a cool guest appearance.
That'd be pretty cool.
You know, not really guest appearance, but that'd be fun.
Random.
So with all that out of the way, we can get right into it. You guys want to tell me how your weekend was?
Yeah, so far, let's see. I went to San Diego.
How was
that's
it?
right.
It was cool. It was I went to go do photos and a couple videos for this brand. It was like a rock climbing bouldering event out in
We'll
San
put the
Diego.
link right here. I'll make this a nightmare in post. It's right there. You know what? No, I'm gonna move it right there.
Oh shit. Yeah. I did that. It was cool. So we drove out. I already forgot when we drove, but
I think it was Friday, right?
yeah, we drove out Friday. Got to the hotel. It was my bright idea because I thought everyone wanted to hang out and like
Right idea.
have a beer. So I'm like, hey man, we should all grab a drink in the middle of the night. So we went out. I sat down the bar stool, and they grabbed a chair, a table. They grabbed a table, and I'm drinking, and I look back, and then they all have waters in front of them. I'm like, yo, you guys aren't drinking? He's like, no, man, we just came to hang out because you wanted to drink. So it made me look like an asshole.
Made you look like an alcoholic.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, oh, but no, Zyrus ended up getting up.
Oh, okay.
He ended up getting ice and a little bit of whiskey with Coke.
Damn,
Mostly
yeah.
all ice.
That's always been his thing. He got
Mostly ice.
When I was working with him, he got me into that pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We used to go out to downtown.
A lot of downtowns. I think Banana Bay was where we were going a lot. I wasn't even old enough to drink, and he was buying drinks. He was my boss. He was buying me drinks and giving me,
Nice.
getting me drunk. I was like,
That's
yeah, I'm gonna
awesome.
get a raise tonight.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, did
didn't
that.
happen.
Went to the event. We were right next to Adidas booth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a lot of people climbing. A lot of like younger kids. It was cool. And then your boy had to bust out his old moves and climb up for a little bit.
Oh,
I know you
God.
did look a little swole when I
did.
seen you. I was like, those pants are
But
nice
did
and
you
tight.
die?
No.
Did you die?
Are you sore?
some milk.
So what about you, Steph?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
No. I mean, it's pretty much it. I just
yeah,
climbed.
because you told me you were on your way today.
I did forget my rings at the hotel.
Oh.
yeah,
Are
my
they gonna
special-
ship them?
I asked him, like, I told him, hey, I was in room, blah, blah, blah. I left my 2 rings there.
I left my marital rings. there.
Yeah,
my
my-
wife's gonna kill me.
My
Yeah,
promise
exactly. My wife's going to kill me.
My boyfriend's gonna
my
be mad.
boyfriend's going to kill my husband's going to kill me, all that stuff. And she's like, well, I'm going to contact my manager, see what we could do. Like, what do you mean what you could do? I'll pay for the shipment. Like, I need those rings.
I'll Venmo you. What's your number,
what's your
girl?
Venmo? But that's pretty much it. Nothing too
Cool.
crazy.
It's cool.
What about you, girl? You
Oh
gotta-
God,
your
this weekend
snaps
was-
look nuts.
I'm so exhausted.
Okay, well, tell what happened. From the beginning.
Yeah, from the top.
From the top.
I just worked Friday. Friday was crazy.
Good tips?
Yeah, Friday was really good. Friday
good.
was insane, nonstop.
But you were so you weren't at work. You were at some event.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of my
sick.
friends, he works for does like events for like DMAC and random other little things he DJs at, and he's like, oh, you need a bartender, we need girls. So I was like, I'm down. Sounds cool.
I
It was
got
cool.
both of those.
Yeah, it was cool. A bartender and I'm a girl.
What's up?
Yeah.
Check.
Exactly.
It was a cool little turnout. It was insane though. I was there for probably like 12 hours.
Damn, that's cool.
It was cool though.
Any cute guys?
There were
Yeah.
there was
Oh, dude.
swimming. There was this like a pool of them. Like,
Ew.
I fell
Yeah,
in love,
that's
I think,
cool.
maybe twice. But
Wait,
I
what?
didn't talk to anyone.
I
just looked. I just
I thought you
looked.
were talking about the guys.
Oh,
You're falling
no,
in love
no,
with guys.
no.
I was like,
Not
what?
yet.
Huh?
No,
Got a couple years left.
no, there was the main, I guess, girl who I guess Zyrus was emailing about the whole event.
Beautiful.
Fuck. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thick.
Eyes of an angel.
And then I just from afar, I was like, wow. Hi.
Love from a distance. Was she like cute from far but far from cute?
No, it was
No?
like, it was all good.
It was all okay.
Yeah, and I think I said bye. That's the only thing.
But
I
all
said.
like your voice probably cracked up. Bye.
Bye.
She probably didn't even see
No, we were packing and everything, and then I was like, I see you in the corner of my eye.
Oh god.
So I was like walking kind of slow.
Trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Trying
She's
to.
like, bye, and I turned around right away. I'm like,
You dropped everything you had in your hand.
Exactly.
Like, bye.
Bye. Thank you for everything.
Left your rings and everything.
Exactly. Left my ring. Like took off my rings. just
in case.
Just in case any confusions. Nah, it was cool, man. She was cool. Everyone's cool there. And then there was this other chick. No, it's not like anything, but I just noticed her because all she was wearing was like her sports bra and her sports shorts and muscle.
Ooh.
And she had muscle on her. Like she made me look really bad. She was
muscle, like she kind of looked like a dude,
or just toned.
Toned as fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
There's a difference.
Okay,
So
no, there's a
toned is
difference.
nice.
We had that question that we're gonna probably have to bring up again later about what's the difference from a dude looking like a chick and a chick looking like a dude, and what turns you on between the both.
Damn.
Yeah.
But anyways,
yeah. We had a deep conversation. I think we need to have Cody back here for that conversation to revisit that because we need that documented for everyone out there.
But how was like everyone out there though? Everyone was chill, no problem.
Oh yeah,
Drama?
it was a lot of like it was pretty much like a skate crowd.
Sick.
It was dope. Lots of eye candy. Lots of
sick.
beautiful people.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful skaters. What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Since
You've
when?
never met
a bunch of hash
skater?
kids usually.
No.
Come on. Even if they're hash, they're like, I don't know.
Still
I guess. I mean,
I'll call you. I don't know. That's just me.
I guess you're.
I
you're
tend to
right.
use a term a lot. Beautiful. Like even to a guy, like, dude, you're beautiful.
Just
I
throw it
mean,
out there.
Yeah. I mean,
if he's handsome, I'll for
beautiful is
sure
nice.
admit it. But I've never met. I don't know.
if a girl called you beautiful, would you be offended or would you be?
Call my son beautiful.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather be called handsome. Maybe if I was like, oh, I'm not, but I know I'm not beautiful. I don't know. That's weird.
That's like a deep down issue you need to like work on.
No, I mean like if they were like, oh, your bushy eyebrows are beautiful. I'm like, oh, I know.
Thanks.
I
I wanted to bring something up. Kind of got under my skin this week. So I was at work and it came on the news, right? Chaffee High School, there's some issue going on, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I caught the end of it. So I was like, just typed in like Chaffee High School, which is the school that we all went to. And most of you out there watching, friends, all went out there.
Tigers.
As well. Tigers for
Don't
life.
hit me up, please. I don't want to talk to any of you.
For those of you out there that don't know, Sadie Hawkins, okay, is a dance where the roles are reversed. But because we went to a school with mainly Hispanic people,
It's called Sadie's.
Sadie Hawkins.
Something like that.
Sadie's.
The girls ask
The guys. Yeah. But because we went to school with full Hispanics, I don't know, if they would get that concept. So they're just like, it's backwards, okay? The dance is a backwards dance. And so they took it a step further. They would have a football game where the girls,
the powder
the powder puff. So the girls would be the football players. They would borrow the dudes' things and things.
The dress.
They would borrow the dudes' uniforms and pads and helmets, and they would play. And the guys, respectively, would be the cheerleaders. They would borrow the
hilarious.
It was hilarious. It was great, awesome fun. Well, because it's 2018 and people get offended.
Relax.
I have an article here. I printed an article for each one of you guys.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Our budget's not there yet. Boys pep squad can't cross-dress as cheerleaders for Backwards Day Chaffee High rules. Now, the fact that this article called it cross-dress kind of got under my skin because I don't know if it was because we were innocent, but we never saw it as cross-dressing. It was in the spirit.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was just like, even though I didn't do it, I saw, like how fun it could be for these guys, and they got into it. The girls got into it. It was just like a huge, thing.
I remember they would go into the guys would do the auditorium dance from that dance. Mean Girls.
Oh yeah.
Mean Girls dance.
Oh man, I don't remember that.
Or they would do the.
But it was like a rally.
It
was like a rally.
Yeah,
it was a rally.
Yeah.
So it gets deeper. I guess it comes down to this new principal, and I'm gonna throw this out there because it's already in the news. His name is, I want to say George Matamalala.
Wow.
I don't know. Met with all the Pep Boy squads and told them to change their costumes. As of Monday, the new attire had not been decided. I was reading a bunch of things and I texted a few people, and I guess there's a teacher there that says that this principal is maybe like a homophobe, but definitely has a prejudice on this,
Huh.
and claiming that parents are saying that it's offensive.
So he's claiming that the parents are saying it's offensive.
He's coming out and backing that like it's offensive.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I think it is too.
That's bullshit.
When we got there, that thing had been there for years. The
Yeah.
school, when we graduated, we were class of
something.
No, we were the 99th class to graduate, okay? So for at least 99 years then, I don't even know how many years it would be now, but for at least 99 years, they were doing this. And now this motherfucker wants to just switch it up. It kind of got under my skin. And I think this is a teacher. She tweeted out, attention Chaffee girls, since the boys can't dress up as girls, we need to step up and dress as guys on the field Friday for Powder Puff, beards, mustaches, outfits, etc. Please retweet, like, and post on your social media. Let's blow this up. And just so we can get traction on this, we're going to put her little thing right here. I have the extension, so we'll throw that on there.
In front of my face.
You know, and it's awesome that the girls are going to be out there because this does come down to like equality. You know?
For sure.
And I don't know how this cross-dressing thing is offensive because you have girls supporting guys and guys supporting girls where they see each other as equal. We can reverse the roles here for a day.
It gets so out of hand. Everything gets out of hand, dude. Like everything.
Drink.
He probably is tripping on that the men dressing like women. I can see that. He probably doesn't give a shit about the girls dressing up like guys. He probably is having an issue with himself. He's insecure. You know, and
that's a little dick. Fuck him.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Sucks,
I mean, I had a friend of mine. She messaged me and said that good thing that we're not in school anymore. But
still,
it sucks for the other generations that don't get to experience that. Like yeah, I'm glad we're not there anymore. But like we shouldn't be able to take this away from the kids that haven't got to experience it.
You know what did get me sad when I went? Well, it was a long time ago. When I passed by our old high school, the whole thing is gated.
Yeah, it's a prison. It's a prison for their freedom. Yeah.
Like all the other high schools that were around our school, they were all like
open.
Bricked. No,
they were brick.
We
were the only one that was open.
We were the only open campus.
I don't know, man.
It was just
it's just different times.
So much freedom.
It was. It's just I think there were just different times, dude.
Definitely.
And it's
but to piggyback off that whole like backwards dance thing, I talked to her about it like a while back. The whole like, I mean, I'm pretty sure it still happens a lot more often when usually it's usually the guy who always does like the first move and all that stuff when it comes to like maybe you take out a girl on a date, you have to make the first move to like a kiss or anything like that. Have you ever had a girl do the first move on you?
Yeah, I actually had a girl break up with me. You know her. We can talk about it after.
Oh,
I had a girl break up with me because I didn't make out with her fast enough. I wasn't moving fast enough.
So but that's what I mean. She was waiting for you to.
She was waiting for me to do that. But I mean, I was a freshman, man. Like,
Take it easy.
They just dropped, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got like a hair or two, and I was like, okay, so this is how it works. But no, man, she broke up with me, and because I was, I don't know, too respectful, which is weird because in today's age,
she just wanted it.
I think so. I think so. And you know, I didn't. And then a little while later, she started dating girls. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, you can just imagine what that did to me. I was the last guy she was with before she liked girls. So like in my head, I'm like, did I change her? Did I make her go to girls, or was I a cover up?
Yeah.
So it was some hard truths that I had to try to uncover myself.
Well, why do you think that is, Stephanie? Like, why is it? What is it that? Is it in your head or like girls' heads that a self-conscious thing where I'm waiting for him to make a first move? Like, what if he doesn't make a first move on some? Is it like kind of a turn off or anything like?
It kind of is, but it is a turn off because I think
what am I supposed to do?
Personally, I don't know if many of you out there also, but personally, I like when guys are they're go-getters. You know, if they want me, come get me, make a move, ask me out. But myself personally, if I want you, if I'm physically attracted to you, I've asked guys out. Hey,
we'll send you her DM to slide into.
I've asked, hey, man, like,
those DMs.
Can I take you out to dinner?
Fuck yeah.
Can I buy you a drink? It's all that men do and everything. It's all bullshit. But
yeah, I know.
Personally, it is attractive though when a man goes for it. So men, go for it.
It's a fucking headache.
We like it.
Stresses me out. I start breaking out
day before or at the bar.
You guys just need to stop thinking so damn much. It's not, man, all that bad. You get rejected, you move on. That's it.
No, that's the thing. It's like you got rejected too many times. I'm like, fuck, I'm scared, man.
I'm just gonna wait.
I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like getting rejected tonight. Just want to have a nice beer, have a nice conversation with someone. Nice cry after when I get home.
You know, like just thinking back on like high school and all that. I don't know if you guys have ever thought in retrospect. And for those of you out there that don't know what retrospect is, it's basically like when you're in a time where something now becomes available, where you're like, damn, I wish, you know, that was there for this particular event. Like you just think back like right away to where you were, where that would have helped you. And I have a small story. Sorry, go ahead.
Like all those times when your buddies say, "Oh, I'll pay you back," and they never paid you back, when I could just be like, just Venmo the money now.
Yeah, that's another one. I don't know.
Is that something
like that? Yeah, okay. Like Venmo came out, and be like, that motherfucker owed me $50, and if I had Venmo, I probably would have blew it on beer, but I would have had $50. But yeah, and then you forget about it. Yeah. But my situation, in 7th grade, I was in choir. Okay.
Nice.
I was a falsetto. Okay, so I was a crucial player. Yeah, I had a voice, dog. Like
tenor.
I was soprano.
Were you?
Yeah.
You got a deeper voice than all those.
Wait, no, was it soprano? No, I wasn't soprano. I was
Why lying?
Fuck. What is the one with the really high?
Falsetto.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. We both have a pretty voice. Yes. What? So I remember like I was the shit, right? I was like right next to Michael Jackson's like, you know, right A, B, C. So
oh man.
I remember our choir teacher got us a gig at Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And you know, shout out to that teacher. I don't know, in 2002 or whatever, who you have to call to be like, yo, I got 30 kids that want to sing at Knott's Berry Farm. I'm like, you're in.
They made it happen too.
They made it happen.
I remember those trips.
I remember. Okay. And I went, and I remember we got there probably like 9, and we got everybody together, and she said, okay, everybody go ahead and enjoy, have fun, but please be back by 12 o'clock because we go on at 1, but we need to rehearse by 12:30.
So she trusted
37 7th graders to return. Okay, we didn't pay for this trip, which was cool. So it's kind of like you feel like a burden. Yeah, shout out Vanna Danks. Were you there? Did you have in 7th grade?
Dude, yeah.
Then you probably might remember this. I'm gonna be mad at the end of this story if you were one of the ones that didn't give a shit, but I'll get there.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't there,
no. So this was a shitty thing, right? Like not having a phone. One, you don't know what time it is any of the time. And like in that time, like I don't even remember seeing a clock.
I didn't have a cell phone in 7th grade.
I didn't have a cell phone in 7th grade. I don't even think cell phones were like a real thing until like middle of our high school. So we're all doing our shit, right? And I just remember I'm like chin deep in like 2 different funnel cakes, waiting in line for the accelerator.
White powder
on my fucking nose. Like that was the white powder you were into.
Face.
Yeah, dude.
Your bald pubescent face.
Oh my gosh, just everywhere, just chin deep in this cake. And I remember just like, and I was by myself. I think I just broke off of everybody, and I was just having the time of my life. And then I'm in line for accelerator, whatever. For those who don't know, it's the ride that just fucking 0 to 100 in a millisecond, and you go straight up. And I remember just shooting straight up. And as I'm up there, I'm like, it's been a while. And then as we're at the top, in that small frame of time where like that roller coaster shifts over to the right and you swear like you're going to lose your life, like this is how it ends, to go onto the next rail and go down, it takes like a few seconds, but you're at the top of the park. And I think it gives you a few seconds so you can just survey. Everyone. Bro, I look over to the right and I can see my entire class. I don't know if they were singing yet, but they were all together. And then I thought, either they're mad that I'm not there, or I'm mad that they're gonna start without me, because I was a falsetto. Okay, I was crucial.
Yeah, you're the star.
I had little Michael. There was like 3 or 4 of us, so like we had like a solo. Okay, and I'm like, okay, somebody knows that I'm gone. Okay, so I'm like, I gotta get there like quick because they were on stage, and you can see the stage from the top of that. When you look over to the left, you can see all of them. So the ride comes down, you peed a little bit, and then you're just kind of going all the way. You do the thing, and I'm just like, I gotta get off. All right, I gotta get off. Like I was so small, I could have just like slipped out of the thing, but you know, you gotta wait for the thing to come up. I wasn't trying to get kicked out.
Yeah.
So I get out, I'm fucking running, right, and then I see everybody like all like right on the side of the stage, and then like we're all grabbing the bag. They're all grabbing bags, and I was like, are we gonna rehearse somewhere else? And they're like, we already sang. And like the teacher was right there, and I'm like, nobody knew I wasn't here. So like, I don't know.
No
I don't know if I was more relieved that I was caught then, because if they didn't know that I wasn't there on stage, I don't think they would have known if I was like not on the bus. And there was like, dude, they could have left, and I wouldn't have gotten a phone call. I wouldn't have known who to call. Who, like, hey mom, I'm like, my mom didn't have a cell phone, I didn't have a cell phone, so like it was just so much shit where I was like, damn, if I wasn't on that ride late, I would have been left there because I saw them. And I was just like, thank God for cell phones, man. Thank God for cell phones. Be like, yo, little nigga, where you at?
Times
yeah.
I don't have crazy story like that, but I mean,
I could have got left, man.
Oh,
have you seen Jurassic Park?
Oh goodness.
That little kid needed a cell phone.
That's true.
On that island, they would have been able to call.
The only story I have, like a field trip story, was like when we went to Six Flags. I'm not gonna say what grade I was in.
I don't mean to cut you off, but just know we might be taking a commercial break here in a couple minutes, and we'll return to the story.
Awesome.
But go ahead.
How many more minutes do we have?
We might have like 2. So
okay.
3.
Actually, I'll do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Take a commercial break.
In a tuxedo, this girl, vodka, drink it all, you pussy. More tuxedos, more cars, more pussy, more vodka, drink. Please drink responsibly.
Sorry. Welcome back for those of you who enjoyed our beautiful commercial. Rates start at $9.99.
$9.99.
Almost $1,000 before tax. So Brian, you were talking about you took a field trip.
Yeah, I took a field trip with my class, or I mean a couple schools. We went to Six Flags. It's nothing crazy. I met up with someone who went to a different school. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Hung out together. Didn't go on any rides. Make out sesh in front of all 3 schools.
Oh,
nice.
I think we were by.
Was this?
We were hanging out by this. I remember the ride. It's like a circle thing.
Dragon.
And you hang upside down and like water shooting up at you, and then on my left side was the with the water.
Leave in the comments if you know what he's talking about.
I don't know, but it was.
I've been there once.
It was fun
for a night related like that.
Yeah, man.
Something else I want to talk about. Did you guys see? You familiar with Elon Musk? You know who he is? Okay. You guys see he launched that Tesla into space?
Okay.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. That was
really quick. You know why he did that, right?
Because he has money and he could do it.
No. Okay. He launched something which is called the Falcon Heavy. And it's basically 3 Falcon 9s strapped together. And this mission, three of his rockets, the Falcon 9s. And his mission is to obviously get us to Mars. Now, this Falcon Heavy is the one that's supposed to do it because the payload, which is the part of delivery which launches satellites and
all that
basically satellites into space, he needs to get an amount of weight that we're able to launch so that he can shoot that rocket to Mars so we can start building there and whatever. And his quote, more or less, read that companies or NASA that usually do that, they make giant cement blocks and put them on there to see how much weight they can push and get equations and see what their maximum is. Okay. He thought that was boring, so he figured, I'm gonna put my it was his personal Tesla Roadster on there to get
a red
the weight,
one, right?
that red one, to get the weight on there just to shoot it into Mars's orbit. And as of yesterday, today's Sunday, being Saturday, I believe it missed the mark. It's off track. So now it's going towards, I might be wrong, Saturn's asteroid belt. I just read that it's headed towards an asteroid belt. So it's probably Saturn. I think Saturn is one with the rings.
Yeah,
Saturn and Neptune, right?
Yeah.
Neptune's the big blue one. I don't think there's any rings.
There's two. I thought we have 2 with 2 rings.
I think
there's
Uranus has rings.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
It does.
Hold on.
It does. But when I shave, you can't see
There's
them.
one that has the rings that go like this, and then one of the rings.
Venus and Saturn.
We got to go back to 5th grade.
No.
Venus doesn't have.
I'm not. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, anyways, how many years has it been since 5th grade?
I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
Whatever. But I just thought it was interesting because
cool.
it was that and then the flamethrower thing. I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on.
You were telling me about the flamethrower. Okay,
I was going to buy that shit, bro. Remember everybody? It was $500. Everyone was fucking clowning on me in the group message. Okay.
You would.
It's a legit flamethrower.
It's okay. Technically, it's not a flamethrower because a flamethrower, per the guidelines, and this is how he's getting around it, because some countries, I guess, have like rules that you can't. Which somebody somewhere had to be like, someday, motherfuckers are gonna try to mail flamethrowers across state lines and across countries. That's illegal, and in some places it is. So his loophole, if you go on his website, it has the picture of the gun, and it said, "This is not a flamethrower." But before that, it says this is a flamethrower.
Yeah.
But basically, it's a propane. I believe it's propane or something on the top.
Yeah.
And it basically just shoots fire. So it's like a torch. It's just like a torch. That's all it is. But a flamethrower it has liquid gasoline that allows projectants to get to shoot like shit they were using in Vietnam that would just throw it out there and then catch fire and then stay. But there's a bunch of legislation that they're trying to pass to not sell it because of,
people are going to use it for
dumb shit. But I mean, California's been on fire like all last year, and then people got all mad at him. But the reason he's selling these flamethrowers is he has another company. Motherfucker's genius, Daddy Elon. Yeah. The company is called the Boring Company, and basically they are drilling holes and tunnels underneath a lot of different cities so that we can use underground freeways.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. So that's what he's selling the flamethrowers from. That's what he's selling the flamethroers from. And I fucked up, and I waited one day to not buy it, and they sold out the next day.
So I know people. Well, I'm hearing or seeing they're buying them and they're gonna resell them for like super high, right?
I already saw some resold.
I'm pretty sure.
Because they don't ship till April. Yeah, and they're
what's the resale?
Right now I saw one at $750 for your pre-order. For someone that paid $500, comes with a free fire extinguisher. $750 is what I saw it going for right now.
Damn.
And they're numbering
Ow.
it. Yeah. What would you do with that flamethrower? Go to your ex's house?
No, I'm not that petty.
No.
No.
He's like, I would.
No, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do.
I think, I mean,
I would sell it and just make money.
So talk about
I would just sell it.
I'd go buy Toys R Us.
You're a hustler.
Make mad money off of it.
Toys R Us going bankrupt.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm so mad because I got a gift card. What the fuck do I do with my gift card?
Do it. Go get
toys.
Tomorrow?
I'm fucking almost 30 years old. What
I like elephants. Give me something elephant related.
Never mind, I got rid of it already.
Give me a plushie, dude.
I don't have the gift card anymore.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, Toys R Us is a shit.
Yeah.
With the
Kmart's going out of.
Kmart's big.
Yeah, been going out of business.
I don't know. They're holding up by a thread.
Kmart's still around? What the?
They're holding up by a thread.
Yeah.
I think it's low-key kind of sad though, because the one on Grove that's been there for years.
Yeah.
That one's like.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember the Toys R Us that used to be
on Mountain.
Oh yeah.
There was Toys R Us, the Target
and Food for Less.
Oh yeah.
Also Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video was right above it, and then Game Crazy was at the end.
Oh,
you show up with your parents, and you guys were like split up, and they'd be like, "You'll be too long. We'll meet you at the register, okay? Shut your fucking mouth."
That parking lot was. Do you remember that parking lot? It was like dead for years.
Yeah,
just dead land.
The people, my buddy, lived in the like neighborhood in front. Yeah, across the street, but like in front of that shopping center. And they were all promoting, and they had lawn signs, no Walmart, no Walmart. And I was like, so Walmart gonna be here?
Yeah.
So it was empty because they were battling for years. Walmart bought that property and then shut down Toys R Us. Remember the roof busted out and it was like no roof for years? And then they went and they shut down Target. Fucking cold motherfuckers. Bought where Target is making money and was like, you guys are gonna be gone.
Dude, I remember going to Toys R Us as a kid with my buddy, because they would always have like the consoles that you could just play.
Yeah, you could play.
Would just go there.
You remember the McDonald's that you can do that?
Oh yeah.
Damn, now we're getting back into the old days.
N64s?
The N64s that were attached. It was kind of wacky. You had like Madden.
They had way cooler toys back then.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! They were made out of lead paint. That's when they were good, you know. But here we are,
good times,
drinking beers and smoking beers to get that lead paint.
Cracking a cold one with the boys.
Man, yeah, just thinking back, dude.
It's good times, man.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see what brings me back into memories. I think cartoons too.
Yeah, the cartoon. Well, they're bringing back a bunch of cartoons, dude. Bringing back Powderpuff Girls. Did you see that? I think it might already be back.
That was my shit. That was my shit.
I love Powderpuff Girls.
Yeah.
I had like a fetish for Buttercup.
Ooh.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
She was just a bad bitch before bad bitches were even
bad bitch.
Tell us more.
Word.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
That or
You actually kind of look like Buttercup.
Hey Arnold, I was Buttercup for 1 year for Halloween when I was a kid. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you kind of do resemble like Buttercup.
I had short black hair too, so it worked out fine.
Damn. Hey, I didn't like Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold was depressing.
Hey Arnold's dope.
It was depressing.
It was cool.
I
It's
like
that's something.
Harold.
That's
It's not
something I'd watch when
depressing.
there was like no Power Rangers or Batman on.
Yeah.
No,
I wasn't really much of
a.
I wasn't much of a Nickelodeon or Disney kid. I was more into like Spider-Man, Batman.
I was into Nickelodeon.
I was a
Do you guys remember?
Nickelodeon
Do you guys
kid.
remember Kablam cartoons? I
Kablam.
hope that you're doing every
Kablam.
single cartoon that we're talking about. And you're bringing them up and you're putting them here in post.
Oh, they still do, but they put them on late night. They come on late night. Like at 2 in the
Kablam?
morning. I don't know about Kablam, but I know like
okay,
Doug.
Kablam sounds
Kablam?
familiar.
And
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
Kablam.
Kablam
Kablam.
cartoons. I'll pull it up right now.
You guys remember Zoom?
Zoom, yeah.
I would only watch it so I could do those stupid experiments in my
Oh,
own
that
house.
was cool though.
Yeah.
That was cool.
None of
Another
this shit worked for me though.
another cartoon. Remember Street Sharks?
Street Sharks.
Does
Oh,
anybody
for
remember
sure.
Double Dragon?
Dude, Double Dragon, Street Sharks, Beetleborgs,
Beetleborgs.
fucking Bobby's World.
That was the Bobby's World. You know, I was probably the only
Freakazoid.
kid. Freakazoid.
Real Monsters.
Our Monsters was a good
I
one.
don't remember that one.
You don't
wouldn't.
remember?
You
Dude, I
wouldn't.
gotta look this up as soon as my fucking
Yeah,
hotspot
it is.
kicks in.
All right, I'm gonna think of one that you guys won't even remember.
Bro, my whole life was spent inside. What do you mean? Look at the color of my
That's true.
screen.
all right. Let me think of one.
I was good at no
old one.
sports.
Oh, what about that mummy one?
It was just called Mummies.
Mummies, right?
Mummies.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, the Mummies. I'm gonna look this shit up for you right now. Kablam. We need a young Jamie over here.
Young Jamie. What's another old cartoon? Fuck.
Why is it not letting me, dude?
Yeah, I can't think right now. I'm
You
so
can't-
tired.
Too tired?
I know it's already
I'm
11:40.
tired too.
I'm running like on 4 hours of sleep.
Oh shit.
It was a wild weekend. let's just
Yeah,
say.
run us through how you.
So the party, the bartending. After
It was cool. It was really cool.
What time did you? Okay, so what time did you leave?
Really
I
quick, sorry, I'm gonna
started-
cut in.
I
Kablam.
started.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
remember that?
I remember that
Kablam.
bullshit.
Dang.
That's some bullshit.
Kablam.
Well, I'm sorry, really quick. What was the other cartoon you said you didn't remember?
Do you remember VR Troopers?
Of course, I had that shit on
Dude.
DVD, man. That was like the Matrix mixed with Power
VR
Rangers.
Oh, what about Superhuman Samurai?
Oh, that's the one I
I remember
meant.
that
That's the
one.
one I meant.
So which one don't you know then?
I think VR Troopers.
You remember?
I don't know.
Type in VR Troopers. Once you see their, maybe you might recognize them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
No, I had
Troopers.
some of
Yeah.
those toys. I had some of those toys.
Fuck.
Damn. Sorry, Steph. We didn't mean
No,
to
it's
interrupt
okay,
you
man.
with
It's okay.
nostalgia.
It's okay.
So
Nostalgia.
yeah, dude. We got to do an episode just on old cartoons.
I'm getting warm.
But you know what? That'll be our midweek episode. We're gonna do a midweek episode of Do You Remember?
Oh.
Do you remember? Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. All right.
Yeah, fuck
That's
it.
our new episode.
Fuck
Not
you.
just limited
Do
to
you
shows, right?
remember? Well, it'll be anything.
Anything,
You know what? That's what it
food,
is. Food.
Toys you used to get
Food.
in
Do you
your-
remember the zebra gum?
Oh,
Yes.
zebra
Oh,
gum is
man.
the shit.
Dude,
Dude,
let's just talk about
I
old
was
shit
Kat
now.
Von D.
flavor went-
I was Kat Von D before Kat Von D. I was putting this shit all over my body. I would come home,
man,
dude.
I'm
I was
dead.
in Food for Less with my little brother. Okay, hey, my brother Christian, he was
Yeah.
stupid. All right, I'm like, hey, that gum right there, it's free. And we were in line, right? we were in
free.
line. Okay, we were
Yeah.
in line to
Oh, I'm gonna
get
do
to
that
get
next
you know
time.
to do a checkout. He goes, no, it's not. I was like, well, then why would they put it right where you're paying? He goes, okay, and fucking dummy, put him in his pockets, dude. And then we were like walking out, and I'll never forget, bro. The cashier lady, she's like, told my mom, oh, dude, I felt so bad. I felt fucking bad. I left my brother out to dry. She's like, excuse me, ma'am. Your son's took some candy, and I was like, he took it. I fucking threw him right. I was like, I didn't take it. He took it.
You're a
Mom's
little
like,
shit.
I was a little shit. I was like 4 or 5. My dumb brother was like 3. I love my brother. But he was
Yeah.
stupid. And she was like defending. She goes, they
Yeah.
didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. And I was like, Mom, check his pockets. But I already
Oh,
had
you
taken
would-
2 out, one for me and one for him.
Here, man.
Yeah, and then just when
For
we
your
were driving,
troubles.
I didn't pull it out until we got into the car and we sat in the back seat. And I was
Yeah.
like, hey, shout out for not snitching, because he wasn't like, oh, he told me to do it. So we're just like, there you go.
I remember the one gum that came in like a tin box. And it was like pink, green, and purple. It's just like in a tin box. You lift it up. It's like it was like in stripes.
Oh, it was it tape?
I don't know.
No,
Look
no,
up-
Not
tape
the
was the
tape?
roll.
Oh, yeah,
I
not the
remember
tape,
there was
yeah,
2
yeah,
ways to
tape,
eat it. There was
yeah.
2 kinds of people. You would pull it and you eat it, or you were just a motherfucker that bit
Oh,
half
yeah.
that
Oh,
thing.
I used to bite it.
You used to bite it?
I used to
No.
bite it.
Like I
yeah.
said, there was 2 types of
I
people.
used to bite
the
it.
string, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Or the gum where it was like a a baseball guy, and I was like,
Yeah,
shredded guy.
Big Chew. Big Chew. Yeah, those were like
Those are
baseball
dope.
players. They came on baseball cards.
What about the bubblegum cigarettes?
I was about to bring that
That's
out.
my
You puppet
shit.
Yeah,
You-
I
I-
felt so cool getting those
I
from the
could
ice cream
only-
truck. And like,
Yeah, from the ice cream. That's
Yeah.
the only way
Yeah.
you could get them.
You got 2 puffs,
Ice cream truck.
and then you just
Shout
had to
out.
eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice cream man.
Not even the ice cream truck. It was the cucaracha. They
Yeah.
were fucking.
Mhm.
They'd come around. They would sell BB guns.
Fucking BB guns.
Yo, man, they armed the streets.
Fucking laser pointers.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
The
Dude.
Spice Girls lollipops with the limited edition sticker.
See,
Oh,
I
Have
didn't
you
have
Spice
that.
Girl?
I had the WW.
do you remember
Oh,
Wednesday?
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
put it up Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Do you remember? We're gonna do that shit for sure.
Yeah,
But
okay.
do you guys remember the NSYNC Backstreet Boys Barbies
Oh
edition?
yeah.
I had them all. Okay,
Yeah, I had them all.
I had them all, and my sister started collecting
Sorry.
the Spice Girls. Sorry for what, man? That shit was cool. I think I
Sounds
resold
about
them.
right.
I'm not gonna lie, I did have the NSYNC CD.
Who didn't? I had Aaron Carter too. You guys remember
Fucking
Aaron Carter? Aaron Carter was before Justin Bieber, and I remember when Justin Bieber came out.
Fuck this guy.
I was like, "Yo, is he like Aaron Carter?" And like all my group, like our people were like, "Yeah, it's pretty much Aaron Carter. Aaron
Yeah.
Carter came first, right? He's a drug dealer now. I think he's a drug dealer, right?
No,
Drug
he's a
head.
druggie.
He's a drug head. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Sad, real sad.
What was that one song?
I like candy,
No,
and it was
like,
with Shaq.
after- like once you got a little older, and Vanessa Hudgens might have been in
Oh
the video.
fuck, I don't know, dude.
I don't
Oh,
know.
that was my
I don't
jam.
That was my
know.
first CD though. That and then Black Eyed Peas.
I
You know that
I was
song-
never
the-
Black Eyed Peas. Fan.
No,
Mm-mm.
let's get retarded.
I like the first one. I like the Where Is the Love. I'm not sure if that was the album name, but that was dope.
I was listening to
I
J-Lo.
remember that video being like super powerful when I was a kid.
No,
Damn.
during
Yeah,
that time, I was
that was
listening
cool.
to J-Lo and fucking Rihanna a lot. That was my jam.
Damn.
I still love Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, she's
Selena.
She did Selena, huh?
Yeah.
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 She's so sexy.
Do it for Salinas.
Anything for
Oh,
Selena.
that's what it is. Anything for Salinas. Damn, dude. I don't know a Mexican that hasn't seen that movie.
That's true. It's a
Damn,
cult
dude.
classic.
I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. That'll be our midweek episode. Do you
That'd
remember?
be cool.
We could do that song by Michael Jackson. Do you remember the time?
Oh yeah, he did sing that, huh?
Yeah.
I was just watching one of his I was watching the first time he did the moonwalk and the last time he did the moonwalk.
I saw the first time, dude. Everybody
Yeah.
lost their shit. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
Motown
Oh, yeah.
85, I think is the video, is what it's called. And dude, motherfucker he was not of this world, man.
Mm-mm.
Him and Prince.
Oh wait, I don't know if we were talking about it or if I was thinking
Where we were when he died.
No.
I was at the
Supposedly
Montclair
they
Plaza.
might have
Cried. Rest in peace.
taken off his nuts for him to keep his voice.
Oh, no. That was one of Joe Rogan's podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what happens is, I guess they did it for little boys that were opera singers.
Shit.
And what it does is when they cut their testicles, it doesn't produce testosterone that makes them go through a phase of puberty. So it doesn't mess with their voice. So that's why
But
they always
no,
sound
I
so
don't-
young.
I don't
And
think
they said that they believe their parents did that. And
how do you have kids?
have you seen those kids, man? They are not
They're
black.
not his kids.
They are not his kids. They
I
are
don't
not
know.
black.
I really don't know.
They don't even have curly hair. It is like straight brown hair, bro. Those are not his children. Blanket and I forgot the other one's name.
Prince. Blanket and Prince.
Blanket Prince.
Is it Prince? Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool
Yeah.
that he gave
I
shout out to
think-
I
his boy.
think, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not really
I'm pretty sure. I know it's Blanket.
We
I
have
don't know
the
if Prince
internet
might be
right
the
here.
middle
I
name.
don't know why we don't look this up.
Yeah,
Gosh,
we have
man.
technology. Come on, bro.
Come on, man. Retro. You know what I mean? This is retrospect. What kind of conversation? If we didn't have this and we were talking in like 2000, we'd be like Blanket and
I-
Jacob. Yeah, nah, his
Yeah.
name's Jacob. We all agree it's Jacob.
The boy and a girl.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of my biggest all-time favorite things from back in the day was my old sidekick.
Oh, the.
Oh, dude, I remember I used to borrow your phone.
Dude.
Like, yo, I gotta text my girl
Yeah.
real quick. Let me see
Dude.
this shit.
God.
I used to
don't
text-
have-
I used to-
don't have a phone.
I used to
Can use your
text. I used to text through email when I got
Dude.
home.
phone? Oh man.
It was AIM, MySpace, emails, and texts.
Okay, so he has a daughter named Paris.
Paris,
There
But
there
he
you
does
go.
have a son named Prince. But then he also has a son named Michael. I think that might be the one that changed his name because it was Blanket, right? But
Oh,
you see these
no.
kids, all three of them
I
are
would have kept my
different.
name in a blanket. I would've
Dude,
kept it.
You can't. That kid looks Armenian. You're not gonna tell me that.
Well, it's
that
different mothers, I think.
well, even if it's different mothers, like not
But even
one.
if
Bro,
he was
not even-
co-parent,
Yeah, dude,
they
none of them
would have
look
come out
black.
came out looking somewhat like
They
that.
have to. They would have to look black. Not even the bro. Those aren't his kids, man. Those aren't his kids.
It's gnarly, man. I don't know.
What were
It's
you
crazy.
just saying right now? Damn, I was gonna bring something up.
My sidekick.
Your sidekick. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it,
the
I was
good
gonna bring
days.
something up.
Yeah.
remember we used to be at shows. I'd be like, yo, let me get that shit.
Yeah, the Sidekick. Then the Razors came out.
The Razors.
Remember how expensive that shit used to be?
Expensive.
Those used to be super expensive. They were in every movie, every TV show.
Yeah.
Be careful, cut your face.
Buying ringtones.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Remember ringback tones?
Ringback.
But
Please
like
enjoy the music while you're partying.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I hated that.
But then
He had that.
But remember when you didn't pay for it or that something happened and it would be like a classical tone?
Yeah, that's the one you had.
Probably. I had like
hated that.
T-Pain's like I'm in love with a stripper.
No,
Yeah.
I remember.
And then my
before
mom's
that,
like called me one time. She goes, "You better take that off." I was like, "But mom,
there's a couple of
I'm in
vibes
love
of
with
it
the
already.
stripper."
But before that, I would record my ringtone. Like you'd play
Oh,
the music,
yeah.
record it, and you said as your ringtone. Dang, that was my shit. Or I remember, I think I said it in the last podcast. Me and my buddy, when we were like in elementary, we used the house phones to call girls, but we would put like
That was the first one, yeah.
we'd put music out like really loud so they could hear
Oh,
the music
God.
in the background. Like
You
Yeah.
would.
These guys are cool.
Good.
They're in the club with their corded phone.
Exactly. Remember passing notes, dude?
We're out doing something.
Yeah.
Passing like, hey,
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was
That was so
that
exciting.
was text
It
messages,
was,
dude.
dude.
Those were
Yeah.
text.
Notes were the
Like I wait
shit.
for their
Exciting.
period, and but like if she went to go pee and you were like waiting there and
Yeah.
you didn't have a phone to text you, you'd be like,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna leave it right here on the floor. She'll know.
Mhm.
dude. So, me, my buddy Randy, he was dating a girl named Brenda. So I had one of her
Brenda?
classes. Sorry. Anyways, so I had one of her classes. We
She's
had
not
those
watching.
old desks where you lift up the.
Yeah.
So I would put the note in her desk, and then at lunch, her friend would give me the note that she wrote, and I would give it to him. I was like, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun, man.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, that's
Writing,
probably how
like-
Coke is deal now, but
Yeah,
for sure.
dude, that's how we learned, man.
Yeah.
That's how we learned.
Damn, man.
We were just writing like, pop, 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 like all.
And you had to get everything out.
And
Yeah.
you just
You-
draw little things.
Yeah,
like,
you
on,
draw
like little like
little, like,
pictures.
I used to be
and-
gay. I
My
used to be
hearts.
real like real lady boy.
Bro,
And
I used to be romantic as
me
fuck.
too, man. And when I folded this letter up, right, I would make sure when you opened it, there was something on every fold.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
I'd be like, I'm just for protection, I'm just gonna call her Jay. It would be like on the front right, and then open it up. I'm like, how's your day? Flip it open. My day's great. Open it up, but it'd be greater with you. And then like
That's romantic.
I remember because I did that
Oh,
one like
boy.
twice, and she got
So-
mad. She goes, "You have to be original." I've tried real hard.
I
without
tried
the-
real hard on this. It took me forever.
Without the internet, how do you you can't come up with this shit
They
if you're not
can't.
in love?
So I remember when I would get notes from girls, they always smelled like them. It always smelled.
Yeah,
good.
dude, I was tripping
Oh
because
my
my
God.
shit
Yeah, just
smelled
get
like
it,
a
just
wet
smell
sandwich,
'em.
bro.
Yeah,
Mine always
exactly.
smelled
It
like
was
a.
That would smell like like when they kissed it.
No,
like,
mine's
they
like,
would-
oh, fuck. It
you
smells
never
like.
wore lipstick.
smells like
girls never
dirty
wore lipstick,
paper.
but they would for some reason have lipstick on the fucking.
Oh,
no.
on purpose to do that.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I was like,
fine.
oh my god,
Come on.
I was gonna kiss the lipstick. They had
Oh
on there.
my god! So it was like a kiss, but you
Yeah.
somewhat didn't, but you really didn't, but
Be
you
like,
somewhat
can I
did.
put it on my cheek and go out with my friends like that?
How many notes did you get, Steph? I know you got
shit.
dumped.
Wait,
on
wait, wait,
notes.
wait. Hold on. I remember then I borrowed my uncle's cologne, so I started praying. Putting
Oh.
cologne on mine. It smelled like shit.
Why does it smell like an old sandy man?
Anyways, I know you had
Oh
it.
man. It was kind of cute. This Chaffee. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say no names, but this dude I was dating, he was super romantic. He would write me love letters all the time, like the roses and the
Still got 'em?
flowers. He used to get down. I wish I still had them.
I
don't
still have a
them.
few.
I wish I still had them.
I have a
I
few.
tore mine up.
Yeah, being a couple of guys used to, mainly freshman year, and then after that, like everybody was too cool to send notes and give.
Damn, let's
notes.
bring that back.
Yeah, because when I was a sophomore, I remember I bought a track phone. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember track phone, but you would buy it, and then you had to buy cards.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
And
yeah.
then you
The
would,
prepaid cards.
you would text those prepaid cards and whatever, and it would reload it.
Yeah.
But every time you sent a text message, it was like 0.3 of a minute, which sucked because by the time you got to that third message, you were at 0.9, and you're just kind
yeah.
of like, fuck, that's gonna fuck my minutes up.
Damn.
So like you would be like, okay, I can only text for about 21 messages,
Yeah.
and that'll take up, I don't know, 5 minutes or 4 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
So because if you were in the middle of a phone call, it doesn't like round it up for you. Like
Exactly.
you have 1.9 minutes, it'll like cut you off at 1 minute, and it won't let you use that 0.9. So it's like if it hung up, then you got 0.3 to send a text message. Sorry, I ran out of minutes.
Yeah.
And then they would text you back, and you like had to think, if I open this, there goes one message, and I don't have enough messages. There was
God,
levels
that
to that
sounds so
shit.
complicated.
There was levels
I
to
was
this
just
shit.
out like skating and getting into bullshit. That sounds like I don't know.
Damn.
I was out here falling in love, right?
Never
I know, me
like
too.
got into
Trying to
that.
get my heart broken.
Yeah, you can't
As
make
a
this
kid,
shit
I
up, man.
can't.
Dude.
I was there.
You remember
Oh.
rollover minutes?
Oh,
I was only
God.
like AT&T and
No,
no, but I had
T-Mobile?
my dad had Verizon.
lot of
I used to take that shit, bro.
dude.
That
So,
girl that broke up with me,
Yeah.
whatever. I remember because the girl broke up with me because she liked other girls. She I remember texting her, and we had a friend. You remember there was like, she was like a liaison, okay? So she'd be like, she's mad at you because you don't text her or you don't do this, you don't do right. The friend that helped you sustain your relationship.
oh God.
It was her best friend. And I remember a big thing was I didn't text her. But it's like,
Yeah.
B, I don't got a phone. You know, I got to use my daddy's phone. And like back then, there was no unlimited. It was you had 50 messages a month or
Yep.
250. Bro, I go through 250 in a day today.
Today.
I don't know
In
how.
one group message.
In one group message, yeah. In one group message
I
starting from
woke
like
up
10.
to 240 messages.
I know,
was
that
like,
was
oh,
all us.
fuck.
Yeah, dick pics and all. So I remember like when there was like a Friday. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah. She said you don't text her. I was like, you know what, Dad? I'm sorry, man, but I'm about to go over your minutes. this
You're all, you
weekend."
know what,
or
Dad?
over your
I'm
over
about
your,
to
let you
your
know.
messages.
I'm in love.
I'm in love, and you
It's
know
real.
what? It's worth $9.99 in overages. I will pay you back.
Dude, I remember the rollover. Call me after 7.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
free after
yeah.
7.
Dude,
yeah,
I was like in my room.
we should be saving this
You know
for Do
what-
You Remember?
You know what
Damn
I
it, dude.
miss? You know what I miss?
uh,
Getting phone calls.
ooh.
Yeah.
Getting phone calls. and
I was always nervous.
at the house because someone would be like,
I was
"You want to
always
talk to who? Mom, it's for me. Put it down,
Yeah,
okay?"
yeah.
I think that's what.
But see, I had a nickname, so it's like
Mija,
our
Mia.
but see, when I got it, it was like
uh,
for who? He doesn't live here. Mom, it's for me, okay? I go by Oreo at school, okay? So put the phone down.
Dude.
I'll pick it up in the other room. I got it. Hang it up.
Seeing that caller ID and like knowing the
Oh,
number,
see,
and you
I
get all
was-
excited.
I
You
was
run
too
back
poor
to the
for caller
room,
ID.
and then you gotta like use the phone. You gotta
Yeah.
like hang up and let it charge.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then call it
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Call
But see, we
whoever
had two
back.
phones in the
Yeah.
house.
So one
Yeah,
was
so
like,
one was on the
hold
hook
Oh,
and
yeah.
one was wireless. So you're
Dude.
like, Mom, I got it. And like, yeah, hold on. I didn't
Hold
hear
on.
her hang up.
Oh man.
Well, that
Mom, hang up.
Yes,
Mom,
dude.
hold on. What are you doing? Oh, sorry. You know, like,
Yeah.
that
Mm.
fucking nosy.
Dude,
ass
I had
moms.
my sister and my mom. So 2 girls in the house. So they were always like messing with me when someone would call. It was a fucking nightmare, dude. It was a fucking nightmare. Call me after a certain time. I'm like, right when you,
Oh,
right?
if you
Call
don't
me
come-
at 8. So
I'll
when-
have the phone at
I'm
8.
gonna have the phone at 8. So
Hello. You didn't let that shit ring, or you lowered the volume.
Oh
really
yeah,
low.
you lower it so
lower
it doesn't wake
because
anybody
like,
up.
but because you like answer it right, in like 2 rooms over here. Go to bed. Shh. Oh, I gotta whisper.
Under the
Wait,
blanket.
No, you
Dude,
go to the
alright.
restroom. You just turn the shower on, and you're just sitting on the toilet.
do you remember? Fuck, I don't know if I want to say this. Phone sex.
You know, I
I
did
never
that.
had phones.
Dude.
I don't like phone sex. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I never. You guys are phone sex is cool. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
man.
It's just like a huge. I don't know.
I only got into it when I got a
I
cell
don't
phone.
know.
All right, I got a couple. I got 2 stories. Hold on. I'm sorry. I've never told this to anyone.
Okay.
Get comfortable. I'm gonna drink my beer. I'm getting nervous. So
Phone sex.
back in the day, I never met this girl. Till this day, I never met her.
I have a worse story.
I
for
never
you.
met her, but she would always call me at a certain time and have like play
Wait,
with
wait.
herself.
Mhm.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play with herself. So I would hear it. I'm like, oh shit, it's dope. It's sick. I mean, I received like texts, photos, calls in the middle of the night, but I never met the chick. I know what she looked like, obviously, but anyways, and then there was the other one.
This was before Catfish was a show.
Exactly, pretty
Exactly
much.
what I was
I
just
got
thinking
hit
of
with
now.
that too.
So this other one where we went to the same school, we talked on the phone, and she did the same thing, sent me photos and whatever, but we never crossed paths in school. Like we never said hi to each other in school. We saw each other, but we never said
That's
hi.
weird.
Yeah,
It
That's
became
really
taboo.
weird.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's
It's my dark stories.
We'll make a way around. You next.
I don't know. Dark stories
Come on.
like that, like phone sex wise, or
Have you had a phone sex experience?
oh yeah, yeah, I've had plenty, but
Like were you like watching TV and you're like, yeah, daddy. Oh shit. yeah, go. Oh yeah, that's how. Like, is that? Or were you into
honestly,
it?
I didn't really get into phone sex until like after high school.
Really?
Yeah,
You know what's weird? I got
didn't-
over nudes after high school.
yeah,
I got
I was
over 'em.
I was over it.
Mm.
I was over
Like
it.
when I used to get them, I was like, I guess that's cool. Send it to my email and save it there. But
Yeah, I was over it.
I don't have an email anymore. Save nudes. No, yeah, I don't have them anymore
I
either.
think they were just more like with me, that excitement of calling, like, hey, I'll meet you here. I'll meet you at the school. Damn. And you meet up. Damn. And then you just literally chill all day and not do anything.
Oh,
yes. And then you go home at night, and then they walk you home. Well, I was with the guy, but the guy will walk me home. And it was magical. We didn't do shit, but it was magical. It was nice.
That was when kids were on the street.
Remember?
My mom would drop me off, and I didn't have a phone. She's like, I'll pick you up here at 9. I'm like, all right. Dude. And you just walk the city.
Me and this guy went on a double date in the glass house. And
a couple.
A couple.
I was like a couple dry hand jobs. That shit was not.
That sounds painful.
Actually, I didn't get anything because it was amazing for you.
Yeah,
I was
appreciate
the
it.
But
you know what?
But
in the long game, it worked out for you.
It worked out for me at the long game, yeah, for sure.
You were telling us something, Steph? So.
You know, I was thinking today, I was talking to, it was actually with my Uber driver this weekend.
You're talking to your Uber driver?
Talking to my Uber driver.
That's weird.
2 in the morning. How is that weird? I'm like, I'm friendly, okay? We're talking and it just randomly got, from Pomona to Claremont. Little ways. So we got in a conversation about relationships. And we were talking about how men cannot, they just do not allow themselves to be vulnerable.
That is
in a relationship.
False.
No, not all men. Not all men. Not all men, okay?
I'm always sad boy.
And my rebuttal is, ladies, we all know this. In every single man and every male that walks this earth, there's a little teeny tiny toddler. There's a baby.
Oh yeah.
There's a baby in each man.
Preach.
As much as they do not want to admit it, or they know it, but
whatever. Me.
Say it, sis.
You know what? And I was telling the guy, he was like, yeah, I've had issues with girlfriends in the past. Like, I can't admit my faults, blah, 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 whatever. And I was telling him, like, dude, the most, at least for myself, I don't know if anybody out there, but the most attractive thing in the world to me is, like, when you can be vulnerable. Cry on my shoulder. Like, you're having a bad fucking day. You're going through some shit.
Put it in my butt.
Tell me. Cry to me.
Wait, what?
Cry to me, like, just tell me. Be vulnerable. Show the feelings.
I don't know about the whole crying part.
Okay, not crying. I'm just saying.
I cry a lot already.
I'm just saying in general. Like, if you're going.
I think what you're trying. Well, I mean, what I feel like.
Letting them in.
Let it out.
Let them in.
Talking.
Let them in.
Talking instead of like. Yeah.
Like, show me how you really feel.
Oh, fuck.
And, and if the chick, honestly, if whoever you're with, she takes it and, like, she's there, but if she fucking makes fun of you or takes them out, she's a fucking pig, and you should dump her fast. I
guess to, like, generalize that, like, in a bigger...
blanket statement.
Yeah, it's having that communication with someone else. Mm-hmm. I think having to communicate...
Communication.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's so fucking dope when I could, even if I'm having a shitty day, at least if I say, like, hey, maybe not right now, but I've had a shitty day, blah 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 blah, and like just like minor talks, but not too deep into it. But at least if I'm saying I'm having a shitty day instead of having attitude or like this and that. At least I'm talking about it in a way.
Yeah.
I think that's always really cool.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find though. It's crazy hard to find.
It's different for other people.
I used to be super closed off. Like I never wanted to talk about anything. Like I'd get pissed off when they'd ask me like, "Hey, what's wrong?" Like nothing's wrong. Like why do you think something's wrong?
You get defensive.
My dad doesn't
you get defensive.
Oh, dude, for sure. Yeah. But now I'm just like if something's wrong, I'm gonna say it. Like
I think because I will always tell you how I'm feeling, and I think.
That's cool. If
I'm with somebody, please tell me how you're feeling. If you're having a bad day, like vent to me. Don't keep that shit inside. Right. And if you're my dude, if I'm your girl,
let's get a drink.
I would want you. Yeah, let's go get a drink and let's fucking talk about your bad day. Let's let it all out. Like I'm all ears. Yeah, and then like have fun later.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think that's super.
I just like talking to you guys.
That's all I got.
That's it.
Besides my kid.
That's it.
He doesn't really listen, but
hey man, I gotta talk to you about this
your
stuff.
son loves me.
Yeah. Hey dad, can I play? Yeah, just listen to me first, okay?
Benny.
I got let me vent to you real quick. Daddy has some problems.
But yeah, that's like the most attractive, at least to me, it's like the most attractive thing ever in the world.
No, I agree with you, like for sure. Like if I get a text message, I mean if I send one out and someone tells me, hey, you know what, I'm not really having a good day. We could probably talk in a little bit or whatever it is. I'm like, oh yeah, that's for sure. Instead of like, I don't know, going the opposite way. And it's just
people have their people deal with their own things differently.
Yeah, but at least to have a communication with someone, it's nice. It's always nice for sure. It's kind of sexy. But
yeah, no, I can't relate.
Yeah?
No.
Huh.
I think
it's good.
What's up with you and spilling every episode?
No, man.
You either choke on something or you spill something.
Choke on this. Well, guys, we're going to be closing out here. Appreciate you guys hopefully staying longer than 6 minutes. We are going to now have videos here in the corner, making this a nightmare for Brian in post. Go ahead and watch our last week's episode and our episode right before that. And you can follow us on Instagram. Steph doesn't have one yet, but she will.
Yeah. In a couple
Steph,
months.
the female perspective, not yet. I will be out there soon.
But for now,
hit
her up on Snapchat.
On Snapchat, get on those DMs. You now have a way to get in there. Also, subscribe. Appreciate it if you can do that. Hit the little bell for notifications. Comment, like, and share. We saw a lot of people were sharing, and we appreciate that.
That was mostly me. On my 3 accounts.
Damn it, Brian. Damn it.
Oh, man.
And we will most likely see you this week on our new segment. Do you remember? Is that what you're going to call it?
Do you remember?
Something like that.
Do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember? We'll be probably posting that sometime towards the end of the week.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Cheers.